you might want to sit down for this video. Because we are... Hello everybody and welcome back to the Chan. If you're new here to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Man, I'm kind of slow today. Okay, you can go because I can tell you hate me. So in today's video, we are going to discuss some unpopular collectors' opinions out there, meaning let's take a deep dive into some of the secrets that we're all harboring out there that maybe some, other collectors and geeks out there might be a little surprised at. They're like, And yes, we're also gonna watch my hair dry today. For instance, you might be a hardcore Transformers collector. Yeah, you got a little My Little Pony collection going on, or you're a hardcore G.I. Joe collector, and you got some Cabbage Patch Kids lying around. Or you're an 80s/90s toy collector, and you absolutely hate Funko Pops. You're like, Funko Pops are so stupid. But then you look around and you're like, wow, I got about 20 Funko Pops on my shelves. Myself, I'm an 80s/90s toy collector. I collect things that I have an interest in that I like, maybe for nostalgia's sake, maybe interest's sake. And, just judging by my room, you'd say I have a pretty macho collection. I got Ninja Turtles, I got He-Man, I got Alien, Predator, I got lots of manly-ish things. So you might be surprised to know that I'm not into Transformers, I'm not into Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, I just caught a wild muffin, oh my god. Yeah, so that's sort of an unpopular opinion. You'd think that I'd be into Transformers, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, etc., etc. But I'm not. It's me, Alora. So in the comments down below right now, I want you to just let it all out. Let it all out. This is a safe place right here, okay? You can tell me some of your unpopular collector's opinions out there, Like, are you a hardcore horror nerd? But you look around and you got a bunch of Cabbage Patch Kids. Or are you one of those people that, hates some of those mainstream franchises? Like, do you hate Jurassic Park? Do you hate Star Wars? Do you hate Marvel Legends figures? And there is nothing wrong with what you collect or don't collect. It's your prerogative, okay? So no one's right, no one's wrong here. It's just kind of fun to see some people's opinions, that maybe are against the grain. In like mainstream culture. So it's a safe place, to let it all out here. Okay. I think I'm ready. I've been keeping this in for a very long time. This is a secret that I have not told really that many people. I think it's finally time to let it out. Here I go. Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies! I have a freaking giant Beanie Baby collection, and I'm not sorry. That feels so good to finally say. Muffin is part of the Beanie Baby collection too. He's a Beanie Baby. Go, go Muffin, go! So before we dive into this video, just please note, I do not collect Beanie Babies anymore, okay? This is all part of like my childhood collection when I was younger. I'd say I have like 350 to 400 Beanie Babies or something since I last counted, if I remember. So please do not message me asking if I want to purchase your Beanie Baby collection, because I don't. So let's just get one thing straight, okay? I was absolutely adorable between the ages of 0 and 16. So back in the day, if you saw me, on the side of the road, down on my luck, with like an empty hat in front of me, you'd probably put a Beanie Baby in that hat. Relatives would give me Beanie Babies, friends, family, any occasion. They would give me Beanie Babies because I was absolutely so cute. I loved animals. I loved stuffed toys. So Beanie Babies were just right up my alley. And how could I not love these? They're so cute. I love them. They're like my little pets. They're like my little friends. My collection started off when we went to my uncle's house. We traveled to my uncle's house for Christmas and we stayed there for about a week. And my godmother also lived there. And whenever she came to visit us in my uncle's house, she always brought me a Beanie Baby. So the first Beanie Baby she ever gave me was Chocolate the Moose. Chocolate the Beanie Baby. And I was just like, oh my god, so cute. So like, it was the only thing I was like playing with there. So it just, I was so attached to it because I was like, oh, it's my only toy at my uncle's house. I love it. Oh my god, oh my god. So it was like my favorite. So I just became so attached to these. Beanie Babies first came out in 1993. They were little stuffed animals filled with PVC pellets pellets or these PE pellets, and they weren't filled entirely, which set them apart from other stuffed toys that made them look a little more realistic than other toys out there. They each had a name tag, a date of birth, and a super cute little poem on the inside. This is Scorch. Date of birth, July 31st, 1998. A magical mystery with glowing wings, made by wizards and other things. Known to breathe fire with lots of smoke, Scorch is really a friendly old bloke. Oh, I love you, Scorch! So 9 Beanie Babies were initially released. There was Legs the Frog, Squealer the Pig, Spot the Dog, Flash the Dolphin, Splash the Whale, Chocolate the Moose, Patty the Platypus, Brownie the Bear, and Pinchers the Lobster. Or pincers. I'm sure it's pinchers. And as new generations of Beanie Babies would come out, their tags would also differ in their graphics and style. And there was other series of Beanie Babies coming out. There were Beanie Buddies, which were much larger and kind of softer than their original counterparts. And then there was things like Pluffies. Pluffies were kind of always more pastel colors. They're super, super cozy, the material. And I think they were kind of geared more towards babies. So although they came out kind of in the early 90s, it was during the last half of the 90s that people went insane for Beanie Babies. They were even cited as being the world's first internet sensation in 1995. Yes, these were super popular with kids, but what's insane is that adults were actually collecting these, not only for reselling them on eBay and used markets and such, but they also were keeping them for, you know, investment opportunities for the future, hoping that, you know, they would increase in value and they could cash out later. In 1997, there was a self-published price guide by a New Jersey man, and it stated that some Beanie Babies would appreciate in value by 8,000% within the following decade. It was Beanie Baby madness. Some people put their retirement fund into Beanie Baby collections, their life savings. Heck, even when couples divorced, they would split their Beanie Babies. People paid to insure their collections, and people would be selling their Beanie Babies on eBay sometimes for, you know, 10 times the price they paid, while Beanie Babies actually made up 10% of all eBay sales back then when they were at their hottest. But the market soon became saturated. There was Beanie Babies everywhere, and it seemed like everyone was collecting them, and because of that, the value of these Beanie Babies was just in this downward spiral. Fast forward a decade later, and everyone is trying to sell off their Beanie Babies. Collectors of these Beanie Babies found that they couldn't even sell their Beanie Babies sometimes for $2 each because just no one wanted them. You go to any thrift store nowadays, you're gonna see Beanie Babies in there. Even now, you see people on eBay and on used sites claiming that they're selling something super rare, and there's even tons of articles out there claiming that, you know, this guy's worth $1,000, this guy's worth $5,000, this dog is worth $10,000. Some people speculate that there are groups out there that are trying to revamp the Beanie Baby market in an effort to sell their own Beanie Babies. And of course, sometimes on occasion, you will have someone fork out big bucks for, you know, a misprinted name tag, or this one has PVC pellets versus PE pellets, or, you know, there's a factory error in this toy, or they just want a certain, you know, Beanie Baby for nostalgia's sake because maybe they had it when they were younger. So of course, you know, with any toy line out there, you're gonna have some outlier sales, but in the grand scheme of things, and I'm so sorry to all of you, you're not worth that much. But I really don't care. I never once collected these for financial gain. It didn't even cross my mind. The only value I see in these guys is, you know, my memories, and to also keep these, you know, for my future children. I think they'd absolutely love these. A little girl or a boy, they're such cool ones. Like, who doesn't want this turtle? Who doesn't think this turtle is adorable? But some interesting Beanie Babies of note are things like, you know, the Princess Diana bear. This was made in 1997 to kind of honor, commemorate her death in 1997. And it was said that all the proceeds would be donated to the Princess Diana of Wales Memorial Fund. And these were very, very sought after back in the day, and they were sold out almost immediately by vendors. And there was actually like 2 versions of this. This had the PVC pellets in the first series when it was released, and then the Beanie Babies were like transitioning over to PE pellets. So on the tag, you can actually see if you have a series 1 or a series 2 Princess Diana bear. Obviously, the first series of PVC pellets are more sought after, and the second ones with the PE pellets are like way more common. But regardless, you can still like find these all, you know, in thrift stores for like $2, or you can find them on eBay for like $5. But of course, there are still people out there who think they are going to make a fortune on this bear. Wah, 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 wah. Another interesting Beanie Baby is Tabasco the Red Bull, but his name Tabasco was named after, you know, Tabasco sauce, and it was later switched to Snort, I believe it was. Yeah, I think it was Snort, to avoid, you know, copyright infringement. And one more interesting one of note is Peanut the elephant. So Peanut actually originally started as a dark blue, kind of royal blue color, and the company realized that it was the wrong color, it was the wrong fabric color. So they ceased production of that royal blue color and made it this light blue color, which it was supposed to be. So, you know, it's really things, you know, like that have value, because there was only about 500 of those royal blue peanuts made. So those have some value attached to them, you know, but it's nowhere near the tens of thousands of dollars that they're valued at. So collectors out there don't see the original Beanie Babies making a comeback anytime soon. But one thing is for sure, Beanie Babies aren't dead. They even saw a bit of a resurgence with Beanie Boos. If you're a parent right now, you probably know exactly what Beanie Boos are. It's kind of like a large-headed, large-eyed Beanie Baby with like kind of a small little, hard, soft beanie body. And some kids nowadays have actually driven up the value of some Beanie Boos just because, you know, they're kind of harder to get, or they stopped making them, they kind of retired that design. And another fun fact about Beanie Babies recently, Tremor the dinosaur was actually the first Beanie Baby to be sent into space on the 30th of May of 2020 this year. And he was actually on board the SpaceX ship Crew Dragon. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. This video was incredibly fun for me to make, and I've been wanting to do it for a very long time, and it's nice to get all the Beanie Babies out and let them breathe for a little bit. I think I actually still have one giant tub somewhere filled with Beanie Babies. So in the comments down below, I'd love to know if you've ever had any Beanie Babies, you know, growing up. Were you part of that Beanie Baby craze? And do you have any Beanie Babies in your collections right now? And also in the comments down below, please leave me some of your unpopular collector opinions, you know, maybe some franchises that are super popular that you're just not that into, or maybe someone looking at your collection from the outside and they see something and they're like, weird, I wouldn't think you'd have that in your collection. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I come out with new videos every week. Come check me out on social media and help support the channel on Patreon. So thank you all so much for watching, and stay legendary.